Hey guys, welcome to Ottawa. Ottawa is in Ontario and it is a very beautiful city. I bet you want to pay a visit to Ottawa in Ontario. Let me tell you some things about Ottawa that you would want to know. These things will make your life easy and help you to get to know things you need to know about Ottawa before arriving, so that when you arrive in Ottawa in Ontario, you will settle down perfectly, smoothly, and well.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
So Ottawa is Canada's capital and it is located in the southern part of Ontario. One good thing about this city called Ottawa is that it is very close to the city of Montreal. And guess what, guys? It is very close to the US border. So if you would love to travel to the US in the future, or you have families who is staying in the US, Ottawa is that place for you, because the distance for you to visit your families and friends in the US wouldn't be a problem, because it is very close to the US. And then also, Ottawa is referred to as the world's third cheapest city. This is because the cost of living, like the standard of living in Ottawa, is quite cheap compared to Toronto, which is also in Ontario. Okay, let's talk about the population. The population of Ottawa is not much. It's just, we have like, say, about 1.4 million people living inside. See, because we have just a few people, as few as 1.4 million people inside, it means there are a lot of opportunities and there are lots of resources that you can tap when you come into Ottawa in Ontario. Okay, so the next thing you want to ask me is, what about accommodation? Is accommodation cheap or is accommodation expensive? I wouldn't say it is expensive compared to Toronto, but it's a bit cheaper. For example, if you arrive into Ottawa as a single individual without your family, you can go in a sharing room. So a sharing room is basically like an apartment. It might be like a 2-bedroom apartment. It might be like a 3-bedroom apartment or a 4-bedroom apartment. So the owner of the apartment will lease out just one of the rooms to you. And in most cases, you might be lucky to have your own bathroom. Otherwise, you will need to share the bathroom with the owner. The kitchen is usually general, as well as the parlor. For such a case, you might get a room for about $800, $850 to $900. But if you do not want to share a room, you want to have your own apartment, then you can get this directly from the estate agent. And one bedroom might cost you about 2,000 Canadian dollars, while 2 bedrooms would cost you about 2,500 Canadian dollars. So to get the full apartment, people usually get it when their families are here with them already, like their spouse and their kids are already there with them. But sometimes friends who are very close to each other can combine together, make a collaboration and get an apartment. Like they can get a 2-bedroom apartment. Mr. A takes one and Mr. B takes one, and then they can share the living room. At the end of the month, they share the bills 50-50 amongst them. There are about 6 universities in Ottawa, and these 6 universities are great, amazing school. Among them, we have University of Ottawa. University of Ottawa seems to be about the most popular school in Ottawa because it's quite cheap. If you have a PR, like you are a permanent resident, or you are from Ontario, or you are from Ottawa there in Canada, your school fees can be as low as 7,000 Canadian dollars. Otherwise, if you are an international student, you might end up paying about 40,000 Canadian dollars. And then we have Carleton University. Carleton University offers about 7,000 to 12,000 Canadian dollars for people who are on PR, and also people who are residents and are actually from Ottawa or Ontario there in Canada. As for international students, your school fees will range from 30K to 50,000 Canadian dollars, depending on the course that you are studying. So we also have other smaller colleges, like we have the Algonquin College, St. Paul University, Dominican universities. These universities I mentioned, they have very high rates of acceptance from any part of the world. They give admissions easily. About 68% they do give admission. So I'm going to drop a link in the description section about these schools that I mentioned so that you can go through them if you have interest in applying for any of these schools for admission. So what about transportation in Ottawa? How flexible it is? Transportation in Ottawa is quite flexible because they have the public buses, and this transit through several routes there in Ottawa. Okay, and you can get as low as $3 per ride. One thing I like about Canada is when you get this bus pass and you decide to get the monthly basis. So that bus card you get for the monthly basis is usually more cheaper than you getting a daily pass. So if you arrive into Canada or you move into Canada, specifically into Ottawa, and you are not mobile, or you are mobile but you are not done with your test, you have not transferred your international license to Canadian license, I would advise you go for the monthly pass because you will really save a great deal of money, and the buses will take you basically to anywhere you are going to in Ottawa. Okay, and now about job opportunities. There are lots of job opportunities. When I started this video, I told you that Ottawa is a very small community. Like they have 1.4 million people thereabouts. So there are lots of resources to be tapped. Ottawa is waiting for you to come into Canada because there are lots of jobs. Not just that there are lots of jobs, they have good paying jobs. They have jobs that pay you as low as $21 to $36 per hour. Come on, this is a good deal. $21 minimum, $46 minimum per hour. Come on, this is a great deal. But then it depends on the kind of job that you are applying for. That will determine if you fall under the category of 21 or if you fall under the upper category of $46 per hour. And about their healthcare system, I'm going to give them a kudos. I'm going to give them thumbs up. Ottawa healthcare system is really nice. Like, it's really nice. As you know already, it's free as long as you have your Medicare card. If you move into Canada newly or you move into Ottawa newly and you just apply for your Medicare card and that card is not yet available, try to remember the number in which you were given when you applied for that card. That's your application number. With that application number, if an emergency arises, please feel free to go to the hospital. You're going to get a free treatment. But for prescription, your Medicare card cannot cover for your prescription. You will need to get an insurance or other means that can cover for your prescription. And talking about education, we all know education is free in Canada and Ottawa is not different. So guys, this is just a quick one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video is very helpful. If there are any questions or things you would want to know more about Ottawa, kindly let me know. Drop all of your comments in the comment section and I'll answer all of your questions. I saw some links about some jobs here in Ottawa from Indeed. I'll also drop them in the description section as well. Okay guys, remember to subscribe, like, comment and share these videos with your friends. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.